Hi, good evening, sir. We're group number 9. We're formed by students Angelica Cervera, Ernesto Vélez, Naum Hueso, and Lisa Ramos. We're talking about the different parts of the brain and their functions. So, first, the foundation, hemispheres, and the critical period. How does our brain learn not just one language, but two? It starts with its basic structure. My name is Lisa Ramos, and we're looking at our brain's hemispheric setup for language. The different parts of the brain are the following: the frontal lobe, the temporal lobe, the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, the spinal cord, and the cerebellum. For most, the left hemisphere is a language hub, a trait called lateralization. For the visual part, this left hemisphere pulls forward and pulsing. A child's brain is incredibly plastic, meaning it can adapt and specialize easily for language. So this leads to critical period hypothesis, a window where language is acquired effortlessly, typically closing around puberty. So this flexible foundation is organized into specific processing zones. So now my partner Naun is going to show us where the action happens. Naun, please go ahead.
Thank you, Lister. Well, actually, inside the hemisphere, we have two lobes, and these two lobes are essential. The temporal lobe is our sound and comprehension factory. Now, in children, it's a busy building, it's a mental dictionary, figuring out which sounds like R or L are important to their native tongue. We have the visual parts. Let's imagine this. Now, this shows sound waves hitting temporal lobe. Imagine a baby brain pruning unused neural connections for unused sounds, so sounds that they don't know. And then we have the frontal lobe. It's our speech production engine. And it takes the meaning from the temporal lobe and it plans the complex muscle movements to produce the words. Within these lobes are the famous language-specific region. And Angelica, please introduce us the Broca and the Wernicke.
Hello, friends and Mister. The Broca's and Wernicke's area. Language and the brain is the field of study that examines the intrinsic relationship between the neurological structures of the brain and our capacity to acquire, process, produce, and understand language. It focuses on identifying specific brain regions like Broca's area for speech production and Wernicke's for area of comprehension and neural networks that work together to enable a complex and cognitive functions such as speaking, listening, reading, and writing. The Wernicke's area is the part of our brain's dictionary. It links sounds to meaning when you are able. This area lights up to the concept, and as for example, with the visual, the word is heard, and Wernicke's area flashes an image in that instance, and an apple appears. The broadcast area in your Grumman is a production engine. It formulates sentences and sends the instructions to your mouth to speak. In the visual part, they thought that I want an apple goes to a broadcast area, which corrects to I want an apple. It sends signals to the motor context. The connection and the link, they articulate fasciculus in neural highway for a conversation. This network is built in a childhood. The Broca's area location is in the frontal part, here in the brain, is in the frontal part. Inside, that is exactly the Broca's area, here in the middle of the brain. And the primary function is crucial for the physic and act in the act of speaking. It plans and coordinates the complex muscle about movements of your lips, your tongues, and throat needed from your words. If it is damaged, you know what happened with this, so you cannot produce any words fluently. Some damages causes with broca's areas, as for example, aphasia. that you can speak and you speak slow and with too much effort. And the Wernicke's area location is a part of the hemisphere. Primary functions is the language comprehension. It is important because the essential for understanding spoken in written language. It helps you to produce the meaningful words and sentences. If this part of the cerebellum is damaged, you can speak fluently, but the words that you are using with no essential or meaningless. The damages causes Wernicke's aphasia, fluent, grammatically correct speech, that word salad, and makes no sense comprehension severely impaired. So I have a simple analogy with this. The broadcast area is like the speech planner and coordinator. So, and the Wernicke's area is like the language understanding center. They are connected by the nerve bundle and must work together in a normal communication. But what happens when we learn a second language as an adult? Rafael, please, you must keep on. Show us the difference.
Okay, good evening. I'm going to talk about theory, native and second language. The left-hand side is the native language, and the right-hand side is going to be the second language. The same 3D brain in both sides. The process changes dramatically depending when you learn. Let's compare the native and second language acquisition in the brain. Native language pathway as a child plastic brain built to core language network effectively. When Winnicke and the Broca area were together without a problem, almost like a single automatic system for speaking and understanding. Second language pathway, an adult learning new language often cannot use this system as effectively at first. They rely more on conscious learning. On the right brain pathway is fragmented and slower. The prefrontal cortex, where are the conscious thought and memory. On the right hemisphere, okay, for context and patterns, also light up brightly. This shows us that the latest L2 learning is a different process. It is less automatic and involves more brain regions. However, with intensive practices and immersion, the brain can eventually streamline this process and create a stronger, more automatic pathway for the second language, bringing Broca and Winnicke's area back into play more directly. To conclude, while a kid have a neurological advantage, our adult brain retain amazing ability to adapt and build new language network. It just take a bit more conscious effort. Thank you, Master. Thank you very much, guys.